What's happening, Captains? It's the holidays. And if you're watching this video, you probably have someone in your life that's impossible to shop for. Now in this gift guide, I want to go over gifts that are great for the impossible to shop for. And we're going to do some male-centric gifts and some female-centric gifts, but obviously you get whatever you want for whoever you want, right? I'm not here to tell you how to buy for the people that you care about. That being said, I'll try to organize this so that the male-centric gifts are up front, and then there's a middle section with things that I feel like are for everyone, and then female-centric gifts at the end. And you can skip around to wherever you want just to make it easier for you guys. But like I said, I'm not here to tell you how to shop for the people that you know and care about, and I'm just giving these things from my perspective. All right, let's get into it. Now here's the first thing I want to talk about. It's this hiking boot collab from Huckberry and DMA. You're like, Brent, he's got a million pair of hiking boots. Why should I get him another pair? Well, this pair is actually super special and it makes it worth it for the person that's impossible to shop for. These are a limited edition version of the DMA Rocha Vida hikers made specifically for Huckberry. And if you don't know anything about DMA, they make fantastic hiking boots. They're considered the creme de la creme of vintage-inspired hiking gear. And these were crafted just for Huckberry in Italy, in Onodifante. It's a little factory there. And in that region, something like half of the world's serious hiking and mountaineering equipment is manufactured. So these people really know their stuff. Beyond the pedigree and the heritage, the craftsmanship in these are incredible. I mean, just look at this shoe. It's got an amazing suede upper and then another even smoother suede here around the ankle that just feels so plush and luxurious. And then you have a rubberized section around the bottom that really makes these robust hiking shoes. Not to mention they look spectacular. So because of the premium quality of the build and just the heritage and the story and the details that go into this, I think these are great options for anyone in your life that's impossible to shop for, even if they already have a great pair of boots that they like. Not to mention these things are surprisingly light for vintage inspired boots. I mean, they're great. Okay, that's a good pick, but what's next, you're saying? Don't worry, I got you. The next thing on your list for the impossible guy to shop for is a chunky, comfortable lamb's wool Aran sweater. That's the traditional fisherman's wool sweater. And this one from Flint & Tinder offers that great effortless style that these things are stupendous for. This design and this sort of classic good-looking sweater will go with anything. It can dress up a pair of sweatpants. It can just make you look good when you're not feeling your best. And it doesn't take much at all. I mean, just throw this on and you look classic, cool, and put together. Though realistically, it keeps you very warm because it's wool, and wool has that great property of keeping you warm even when it's wet. But this also has just enough nylon in it that it keeps it from being a super scratchy sweater. Some 100% lamb's wool sweaters are obviously very itchy, but this has a great mix of fabrics to keep you comfortable and warm and just looking effortlessly cool. So I'd highly recommend this for someone that, you know, shops for themselves all the time, because you can never have too many pieces in your sort of closet that elevate things and your sense of style with ease. Because the things that are easy are the things you're gonna go to all the time. And nothing quite does it like a classic Aran sweater or fisherman sweater, if you know, you wanna say that. But that's my number 2 pick. And you're like, well, I like the idea of a sweater, but this is a little too outdoorsy country focused for my person. So for that person, I would go with a Will's cashmere sweater because it gives you that same sort of elevated but effortless style. But it is a little sleeker for those people that, you know, have a little more city-focused life, but you still get the same benefits. It keeps you super warm because cashmere is great at that. It's a little sleeker because the warmth to wool ratio in cashmere is better than normal wool. And it gives you a nice texture to your outfits. And that's why if your person's impossible to shop for and they like a little sleeker look, then a cashmere sweater, especially in neutral tones like browns and creams and that sort of thing, grays, will always be a great staple that they will enjoy because you just can't go wrong with it. It's soft, it's warm, and it goes with anything and elevates every look. You're like, those are great picks so far, Brent, but what if I want to get him something that's not clothes? Don't worry, I got some picks for that too. And the first of that is this marshmallow crossbow. This thing will shoot giant marshmallows or a handful of mini marshmallows.
All right, Maddox, you ready?
You just pull the string back to load it, and you fill it with either one big marshmallow or a handful of little ones, and then you just pull the trigger. And you can send marshmallows flying. It's great. My nieces, myself, and my dogs all love this thing. If you want a gift that is just pure joy in a box, this thing, and the quality on it is amazing. Like, you got great quality wood, and all of the pieces are like strong metal, and even the elastic is a really nice piece of elastic. This thing is such a far cry from those little marshmallow blowguns that we always used to have at Christmas that we would chase each other around with as siblings. And if I had these growing up, oh my gosh, that sibling warfare would have gone to the next level. If you're looking for your person that has everything and they're hard to shop for, they would be hard pressed not to have a giant smile on their face with this thing. So check it out. It's dope. But don't worry, it's not just one fun non-clothes gifts and then the rest are clothes. I mean, there are a lot of clothes because I like clothes. I'm just being honest with you guys. But there's one thing that's really, really cool. If you can tell by my hat, if you've seen my videos before, you know I love the Explorers Club. My granddad and his friends used to tell me stories of all the cool stuff they were doing. And let's be honest, one day I would really like to be a member. But they are like the preeminent exploration group, at least in the US, probably the world, because I know they do stuff worldwide with everyone, just really furthering exploration and scientific research. And just recently, they released a book. It's The Explorers Club, A Visual Journey Through the Past, Present, and Future of Exploration. And if you have a person that is hard to shop for and loves adventure and exploration, I would definitely recommend this book because it is just a beautiful book with pictures and articles about all the explorations that this amazing group has done and gone on. And it really puts you into the world and just takes you away to all these real world explorations. That's so cool. And if you don't know anything about the Explorers Club, like, their members have included people like Neil Armstrong, Teddy Roosevelt, Jane Goodall, Charles Post, and their current president's Richard Garriott, who is an astronaut, and if you've played video games for a long time, you know him as one of the creators of the Ultima games, which is super cool because exploration and nerdy stuff, oh my God. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, this book is incredible for the explorer in your life. So definitely pick this up. Next, let's talk jackets. And you're, again, probably like, Brent, the person I know has tons of jackets. They don't need any more. They probably do have a lot, but every piece of clothing that I will show you is something that I honestly think is heirloom quality and worth your time getting because it's built with just a great level of craftsmanship, and it's something that you can kind of pass on because it will just last forever. You have the classic wax canvas barber jacket, and you can get that for a guy or a girl. Like, they have cuts for both, and these things are just classic and cool, and again, elevating that style in an effortless way that's just so good. No one's ever gonna be upset with this as a gift. And then my next favorite jacket is a really cool one from Flint and Tinder. It is a wax cotton trucker jacket that is flannel lined. So it's a light jacket, but it really punches above its weight class thanks to that flannel lining. And you just got really great details, much like the barber jacket, with the cool hardware, the great stitching and everything. And they just came out with this in a women's cut as well as the men's. So again, another thing that's just for everyone in your life that's really, really cool. I love this jacket. when it's just something you need to throw on and go. And for heavier, wetter weather, the Barber is a great thing. But again, as gifts, no one's gonna be mad at either of these. They're fantastic pieces that will outlast you. If you're sitting by a campfire or just relaxing at home, these are great for either a man or a woman. They're very gender neutral, but they are just comfortable, well-built slippers that also have a rubber sole, so if you need to go outside in them, it's not a big deal. I absolutely love these things, and so does my wife. Speaking of another heirloom piece that I bought for me, but my wife absolutely loves, and that's these flannels and corduroy shirts from Railwind. These things are awesome. They're heavy duty and just well-built shirts, and they're great fitting. I absolutely love the fit on these. They're a classic sort of fit, so they fit well on me. Like here's the flannel, and the corduroy one fits the same way, but it's just a good regular fit for me. And my wife loves putting them on and having an oversized baggy flannel, and she absolutely adores the corduroy one in the fall and the winter. So definitely get these. We've both been super happy with them, and I think you will be too. On to the next thing. Now, as you may or may not know, my wife is a teacher and sleep is a big deal to her. So I wanted to get her something that was really comfortable for her to sleep in. And something that she's absolutely loved has been these washable silk pajamas from Lunya. These things are fantastic. They're super comfortable. They're easy wearing, nice and cool, and feels like you're just nothing at all is being put on. But again, so comfortable, so easy to wear. She absolutely loves these, and they come in like a shorts version and then a long sleeve version. So if your partner isn't a hot sleeper like mine, you can get her something that's longer and will keep her warmer. But they have options for everyone, and they're fantastic. Heather wants so many more pairs of these because she absolutely loves them. And if your person is impossible to shop for, having a nice pair of comfortable sleepwear that also looks good is always going to be a nice gift. And I didn't forget shoe wear specifically for the ladies. For that, my pick definitely has to be with a good pair of Birkenstocks. I mean, these things are classic, they're comfortable, they're stylish, and it's just easy, effortless style. If you don't get it, for me, that's kind of important. And I know for my wife that is too, because Heather says as a teacher, the one thing that she wants more than anything is to look put together, but not have to put so much effort into it because she's so busy. Getting little things like that can help, even if they are impossible to shop for, you'll be loved for eternity. I hope you've enjoyed this list of things that I think are great gifts for people that are impossible to shop for, and it's given you some really good ideas. All the links to everything are down below as to where you can go and get them and check prices and availability and all that kind of stuff. But I hope this has helped you with your Christmas shopping, because believe me, I know that when you have someone in your life that's impossible to shop for, having any sort of help is so awesome. And I hope this helped you out and it can point you in the right direction. And as always, I hope to see you out there. Bye.